everybody. Welcome to The Green Light. Today is Tuesday, June 12th, 2018. My name is Sean Green. Thank you guys for tuning in today. I really appreciate it. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button on this channel. I would really appreciate it. So, it's been about a week and a half. To be honest, I didn't upload another episode for one specific reason. I didn't want to upload an episode right after a finals game. If it was getting down to like a game 6 or game 7, I would start to upload and tell you what I thought. But after game 1, I knew it was going to be a sweep. Nobody believed me. I told everybody around me, I think, it's going to be a sweep. The Warriors are going to sweep after game 1. People were like, no, the Cavs, they looked really good in game 1. They're going to at least win one game. And I said, watch. Game 2, it's going to be a blowout. It's not even going to be close. And look what happened. So I know everybody, the big talk last week was J.R. Smith. And let me tell you why I was not surprised, okay? J.R. Smith is not a smart basketball player. If you're a basketball fan, J.R. Smith has never been a smart basketball player, okay? He makes bad choices. He puts up crazy shots, right? So when I was watching game 1 and I saw him dribble the ball out, I was like, typical JR. J.R. Smith is J.R. Smith. He does not understand situations. He doesn't understand plays. He gets the ball, he takes crazy shots, and he doesn't produce. So, I wasn't surprised. And people after game 1 were just saying, like, you know what, Sean, like, the Cavs are going to make this a series. They pretty much almost won game 1. And I said, well, let's look at it. LeBron scored 51 points. LeBron cannot score 50 points every game. He barely missed in game 1. And here's the thing. People said, oh, if the Cavs won game 1, the series would have been totally different. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If the Cavs won game 1, the Warriors would win 4 straight. It was so evident. I said this, like, the NBA, this series was probably the worst thing for the NBA. The Warriors sweeping the Cavs, I could tell you right now. So probably game 1 and game 2 were the highest rated this year. So after game 1, people were so hyped because the Cavs almost won. And everybody tuned into game 2. And then it was a blowout. And I guarantee you game 3 and 4 were some of the lowest rated. The NBA hated it. The NBA does not want a sweep because it takes away from their viewers. If a team goes up 2-0 or 3-0, people stop watching. I can tell you right now, game 4, people were already putting out shirts for the Warriors win. They're already selling them. So this NBA Finals, the NBA has to figure something out. Maybe it's probably LeBron going somewhere, but this NBA Finals was one of the worst in history because you already knew going in, if the Warriors got there, they're going to win. Their only competition was Houston, and Houston had a horrible Game 7. And now we're all talking, let's go into this real quick. So yes, the Warriors should have won. All of you Cavs fans that are saying, oh, we had a good chance, it wasn't even close. You have the best player in the world, but that's it. The Warriors are going to be champions. Hopefully next year, some team can knock them off. But it's looking bad. So I put out a tweet saying Kevin Durant has one good game and he wins MVP. How is that possible? Kevin Durant had a below average game 1. He had like 26 points, but it wasn't a good 26. And you know what I'm talking about. Like, where a guy doesn't go off, he shoots a lot of free throws, makes a couple baskets, but he doesn't dominate a game, right? Game 2, Steph was the one, right? Steph had the 9 3-pointer game, went off. Kevin Durant wasn't the star of that game. Game 3, Steph had a cold night. He didn't do much. And Kevin Durant went off for like 43 or something like that, right? But here's where my confusion is. Game 4, Steph went off, and KD was okay, but he wasn't better than Steph. So how did KD end up winning the MVP? It's because of his name. Kevin Durant won the MVP last year. So the voters voted Kevin Durant again because of his name. Steph Curry hasn't won one. They didn't want to give a guy an MVP award for not winning one. And I love how in the press conference, Kevin Durant, that was the first question, and he dodged it faster than a bullet. He's like, "Why does that matter? Why does winning MVP matter? We won the championship." Well, Kevin Durant was gloating that MVP so much up on stage. He wasn't even going to shake Bill Russell's hand because he was holding the MVP trophy so high, or the MVP trophy. It's ridiculous. The Warriors have turned into a bunch of prima donnas who all they care about is winning, and they don't understand that they're not winning fairly. And I guess people can tell me, Sean, you're wrong. They are winning fairly. But it's not fair. And, life isn't fair. But Kevin Durant made a move that ruined the game of basketball right now. LeBron James, and I'm talking about this after, LeBron James is going to have to make a decision of which super team to form. Because right now, it is the super team NBA. The NBAS, the National Basketball Association of Super Teams. Because right now, the NBA is not fun to watch. You have your team, and if they get to the playoffs, you watch them. But you already know, if it was the Minnesota Timberwolves and Golden State Warriors, you knew who was going to win. It wasn't even a question. And Steph didn't even play, and they knew, okay, the Warriors are going to win. So congratulations to the Golden State Warriors. Congratulations on the easiest road to the finals in NBA history. All right, so now we talk about LeBron James. This guy, I'm going to be honest with you, I've never seen a player like him. He's amazing. I don't like LeBron, but I think you have to put him 1 or 2. If you don't think he's the best, he is damn well sure the second best to ever play this game. The way he takes over a game is insane. And the fact that he did it on that type of hand, if you haven't seen LeBron's hand that he played with from game 2 to 4, go look it up on the internet. It is one of the grossest things I've ever seen with a hand to be able to play with. Now, yes, it was self-inflicted, but still, I would have punched a wall too after JR dribbled the ball out, right? So LeBron has to make a big decision. It's about what super team he can form. What team would give him the best opportunity to beat the Warriors? Because that's ultimately what he's having to do. Boston is going to be the best team in the NBA at some point. But LeBron really needs to figure out how he's got to beat the Warriors first. So everybody's throwing out a ton of teams. I don't think it's that big of a race, to be honest. I think there's 3 teams that he's going to be deciding between. 3 teams. 1, the Houston Rockets. Now, the Houston Rockets have a lot to figure out. You need to get rid of Ryan Anderson's contract, so buy him out, let him walk. So you can get him off your cap. Right? Chris Paul, there's the rumor saying he wants a max. If Chris Paul wants to win a championship,
so Cassius Marsh is a defensive player in the NFL
contract.
Okay,
and get LeBron James. He played for Seattle. LBJ up, say, hey, are you serious about going to Houston?
If he first says 2 years, he didn't. He barely played. I think he was special
and let
teams.
him come to Houston.
Third year, he played a good amount of snaps.
Like, come on.
Never he started one time.
KD the max.
And he played, I think, like 12 games or 15. Like maybe
that's
all
how crazy
games.
that is.
I don't know the exact
KD
stats
whatever thing he wants. If I was Chris Paul,
but he got traded to the New England Patriots
and give LeBron
last year.
Right?
And I knew what he was going to be. He was going to be a fill-in, a backup, something like that.
If LeBron wants to win a championship that bad, you got to go to a team.
All of a sudden, the story comes out.
Beat the Warriors 3 times in the playoffs.
About Cassius Marsh.
You have to go there.
A lot of crap
Second
about the New England
Patriots.
Philadelphia
76ers.
And
now, I'm actually shocked.
I was
that
shocked.
They're in the conversation. When they were putting up billboards
he
a couple
said
months ago,
they don't have fun there.
I'm like, oh my God,
and I'm
so
quoting
funny.
him, by the way.
They don't have any
They don't have fun there.
But now
there's
all of a
nothing
sudden,
fun about it.
There's
nothing happy about it. I didn't enjoy any of my time there.
Good core.
It made me, for the first time in my life, think about not playing football because I hated it that much.
They gave the Celtics a run for their money. They were playing good against them. You add LeBron to that, you can get out of the Eastern Conference. But could you beat the Warriors? That's what you have to think. Joel Embiid, I like the guy, but it's very hard to see a guy who's injury prone. He's very injury prone. Ben Simmons, he's had one good year. It's his first year. Hopefully he can only progress. But besides that, the 76ers are a bunch of role players. You take those two guys out the equation, the 76ers don't have a star. So possibly LeBron can come in there and turn those guys into superstars. But I don't know. So Philly is number 2. Number 3 is the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, there's only one scenario where he goes to the Los Angeles Lakers. And that is if they can get Paul George to Los Angeles. That's the only way that ever happens. So all you Lakers fans, hear me out. LeBron James is not going to go to the Los Angeles Lakers by just himself. Do I think he wants to? Oh yeah, of course. He has a house up there. His son just committed to a team in Los Angeles. So I think he could go to Los Angeles. He is not going to go with just himself. The Los Angeles Lakers right now are Cavs 2.0. They would be a solid team with LeBron. But besides that, they're not going to win a finals. They're not going to even get to the finals with the Golden State Warriors in the same conference. But I think if LeBron goes to the Rockets, they're finals favorites. And it doesn't even matter. It's the same thing with Golden State. The Rockets and Warriors would be the finals. You'd be like, okay, whoever wins this is going to go to the finals and win. But even if me, being a fan, I don't want to see Golden State win again. It's all about new teams and seeing new guys step up. So if the Rockets can step up, get LeBron, and beat Golden State, then they're going to be a team to be worried about. And Golden State will crumble and fall. So last topic really quickly. The NBA draft is next week. I'm going to be live streaming each pick. So I will be on Twitch, live streaming. Follow me on Twitter, Mr_Trey07, I believe, to get all of that information. Because it's going to be a really fun night. I'm a Magic fan, so I'm actually really nervous for the draft. It's going to be interesting. I really want the Magic to get Trae Young, but I have a bad feeling. I don't know why. Of course, I don't trust the management. So I will come back to you. It depends on how much news comes out, but I'm definitely getting an episode up by next week. So thank you for listening today, and I hope to see you next week for the NBA draft. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at Mr_Trey07 and the Greenlight SP, and send any serious business inquiries to at Twitch-TheGreenLight at thegreenlightsports@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you and figure out who you think the draft order is. Give me the draft lottery order, picks 1 through 14. All right. Be sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. I hope I shed a light on you today, and I hope to shed a light on you in the future. Thank you guys for listening today.